can't tell you how many times every single day I hear, how could they do this to me? Why would they do this to me? Why would they do this to our kids? How could they do this when I was next to my mother on her dying bed? And I know this isn't going to be a conversation you want to hear if you are on the other side of the betrayal. But I'm going to be honest with you, the more productive question is, what was this person going through? Now, you could be telling yourself, I don't give a crap, and you have every right to do that. But if you are trying to repair, rebuild, heal from broken trust, it's imperative that you have this conversation with you multiple times. What was going, a lot of times when I'm out in public, as I'm going out now, if somebody does something to me, says something disrespectful, not that that's what I look for, I'm just saying if by happenstance somebody does something that affects me in a negative way, I don't spend my time asking, why would they do that to me? How could they? What must have happened to them where they go out into the world and behave like this? And so, I'm sure you've heard before the affair triangle. I'm sure you heard before that affairs start in childhood. I'm sure you heard before that, there's lack of coping mechanisms. And I'm sure you've heard that lying and gaslighting and cheating and adultery and affairs are painkillers. I'm sure you've heard all of this. But again, the question is, what happened inside this person? What died inside this person? Or what did this person allow to die inside them and then refuse to work on? I mean, that would be a question. But nobody gets into affairs and infidelity because, necessarily somebody's more beautiful, somebody's more younger, somebody's more attractive. Nobody's trying to find another person. They're trying to escape from the person they are. And I think that's the question. Well, I know that's the question. What is it about that person? What died in that person? Now, sure, you can ask what also died in our current relationship that, and that's something we got to work on. That's the marriage garden. But I'm talking specifically about the repair and rebuild garden. What did this person go through in life? And this is not an excuse. Lord knows it's not an excuse. Just understand context and details. What did this person go through in life where they felt dead inside? They felt ugly inside. They felt shame inside, to where going out and living secretly or meeting people, getting that validation, that acknowledgement, that affirmation, what that ignited them. So just a question you might want to ask yourself, because it does not give any excuses, any rationalization, any justification, but it does give context. What happened to you to make you behave in the abhorrent way that you did? What happened?